My name's Terry Williams, and let me tell you, my backyard is my escape. After a long Monday, meetings dragging, inbox exploding, commute from hell, all I wanted was some peace and quiet by my pool. I bought this house 3 years ago mainly for the pool. It's sleek, modern, surrounded by a nice deck, landscaping just right for privacy. I take real pride in keeping it perfect, crystal clear water, everything just so. It's my sanctuary. So, I get home, finally, make some iced tea, slide open the patio door, step onto the deck, and freeze. There's a woman, someone I've never seen before, just lounging on an inflatable chair in my pool. Sunglasses on, hair damp, looking completely relaxed like she belongs there. "Excuse me," I called out, totally bewildered. She lifts her sunglasses, peers at me, looking more annoyed than embarrassed. "Oh, hi," she says casually, waving like we're old friends. I stared, took a step closer. "Who are you? What are you doing in my pool?" She sighs dramatically, like I'm being unreasonable. "I'm Ashley. Live next door," she points towards the house to my right. "Just cooling off. It's so hot today." I blinked. "How did you even get in here?" "The gate's locked." Ashley shrugged, waved a hand dismissively. "Oh, that? Climbed the fence. No big deal. No big deal." I repeated, disbelief rising. "This is private property. You can't just break into someone's yard and use their pool." She tilted her head, genuinely looking confused, or maybe just acting like it. "Relax, dude. It's just a pool. Not hurting anything." My frustration mounted. My tea was forgotten. "That's not the point. You're trespassing. You can't just walk onto someone else's property without permission." She rolled her eyes, floated to the edge. "Don't be so uptight. Not like I stole anything. Didn't think you'd mind. You weren't even home." My jaw tightened. "Of course I mind. My yard, my pool. You don't get to decide if it's okay." Her expression shifted. "Serious right now? It's just water. Isn't it selfish to keep this all to yourself, especially in this heat?" I was stunned. The sheer entitlement. I glanced at the gate, still locked. How did she scale a 6-foot fence so easily? Was I more impressed or infuriated? Took a deep breath. Tried to stay calm. "Look, I don't know how things work where you're from, but around here, we respect property. I'm going to have to ask you to leave." She didn't move. Adjusted her sunglasses. Tone turned defensive. "Wow, you really are uptight. Fine, I'll leave. But you don't have to be such a jerk about it." She pulled herself out, grabbed a towel from my lounge chair. My towel? Dried off casually, like she did this every day. Sauntered to the fence. Paused. "You should really consider sharing, you know? People would love it." Didn't even respond. Just stood there, watching her climb back over the fence and disappear into her yard. The sound of her footsteps faded. Stayed on the deck, trying to process. Anger, confusion. Who does that? Pulled out my phone, accessed the security camera footage I'd installed a while back. Yep, got it all. Her scaling the fence like a ninja, unlocking the gate from the inside, making herself at home. Saved the footage. Might need it. Back inside, replayed it all in my head. This wasn't just annoying, it was a serious violation. Resolved to talk to her directly tomorrow. For now, locked the pool gate again, double-checked the fence. If she did it once. Later that evening, phone buzzed. Neighborhood community app. Opened it. A post from Ashley, complaining about selfish neighbors not sharing pools during the heat wave. Didn't name me, but comments speculated. She was twisting the story, playing the victim. Groaned, put the phone down. This was just the beginning, wasn't it? Woke up early the next morning, still stewing. Couldn't shake the image of Ashley lounging in my pool. It wasn't just the trespassing. It was her attitude, her complete lack of respect for boundaries. Reviewed the security footage again. Her scaling the fence, unlocking the gate. So casual, like she'd done it before. Saved the clips, printed stills. Evidence. Mid-morning, decided to confront her. Walked next door, knocked firmly. Music, laughter from inside. Door swung open. Ashley, yoga pants, smoothie in hand. "Oh, hey," she said casually. "What's up?" Took a deep breath. "Morning, Ashley. Need to talk about yesterday." Eyebrows lifted slightly. "Yesterday?" "Oh, the pool thing." Waved a dismissive hand. "Figured you'd still be mad." "Look, told you. Didn't think it was a big deal. Can we move on?" My jaw tightened. "No, Ashley, we can't just move on. You trespassed. Used my pool without permission. Acted like you were entitled to be there. That's not okay." She leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. "Look, I get it. Super private type. But honestly, Terry, it's just a pool. Not like I broke into your house. It is a big deal. My voice was firm now. And the fact you don't see that makes it worse. I have security footage. You climbing my fence, unlocking the gate. Think this is something you can brush off? Mistake. Mentioning the footage, her expression flickered. Unease, just for a second. Then the confident smile snapped back. Security footage? Wow, intense. What? Gonna call the cops. Come on, Terry. Be reasonable. I am being reasonable, I said, frustration mounting. If I weren't, I'd have already reported you. Instead, I'm here, trying to talk civilly so this doesn't escalate. She rolled her eyes, exaggerated sigh. Fine. I'm sorry, okay? Won't use your pool again. Happy. Stared at her. Tone felt off and sincere. But maybe the threat of footage, police, was enough? Gave her the benefit of the doubt. Appreciate the apology. But need to be clear. Ever come onto my property again without permission, I won't hesitate to involve the authorities. Got it, she said flippantly. Anything else? Or are we done here? We're done, I said curtly, turned, walked back home. Couldn't shake the feeling her apology was fake. Rest of the day, tried to work, put it behind me. That evening, phone notification. Neighborhood app again. A post from Ashley. My stomach clenched. Opened it. Unbelievable. Seriously, some people in this neighborhood are so selfish. All I wanted was to cool off during this ridiculous heat wave, and my neighbor totally freaked out. Like who even owns water? Isn't sharing a pool the neighborly thing to do? SMH. Scrolled the comments. Some sympathy for her. Yeah, pools should be shared. Others defending me private property is private. But Ashley twisting the story, playing the victim again? Infuriating. Debated responding. Nah. Online arguments? Waste of time. Saved screenshots though. Added them to the evidence file. If she kept pushing. Next day, decided on more precautions. Hardware store trip. Taller, more secure lock for the pool gate. Ordered a big no trespassing sign online. Clear deterrent. Installing the new lock that afternoon, couldn't shake the feeling she wasn't done. Later that evening, overheard voices from her side of the fence. Peeked through the slats. Ashley, talking animatedly to a friend, gesturing towards my yard. Couldn't hear specifics, but the tone, stomach tightened again. Whatever she was planning, I needed to stay vigilant. Went to bed resolved, document everything. If she tried anything else, I'd be ready. Woke up late one night, jolted awake by splashing sounds. Heart racing, not imagination. Laughter floated through the air, then another loud splash. My stomach plummeted. Threw on a shirt, grabbed my phone, crept onto the back patio. Motion sensor lights flicked on, and there they were. Ashley, and some guy I didn't know. In my pool, middle of the night. Splashing, laughing like they owned the place. Guy had tattoos everywhere, holding a beer can, lounging on my pool inflatable. Ashley was perched on the pool ladder, laughing her head off. Initial shock turned to pure, cold anger. This wasn't just trespassing anymore. This was blatant defiance. Stood there for a second, watching in disbelief. The nerve. After I explicitly warned her. Hey, I finally yelled, voice cutting through the night. They both froze, turned. The guy scrambled off the inflatable, splashing awkwardly. Ashley just rolled her eyes, muttered something. No embarrassment, nothing. You have got to be kidding me, I said, walking closer, phone recording everything. Didn't we just have this conversation? What are you doing in my pool again? Ashley climbed out, grabbed my towel from the table. Relax, Terry, she said, that same condescending tone. Not hurting anything. Just a quick swim. You weren't even using it. That's not the point. I snapped, losing my cool. Private property. Told you before. You don't have the right. Her friend, dripping wet, climbed out, muttered, Man, this dude's uptight. I rounded on him. And who are you? Did she invite you to trespass too? Chill out, dude, he said, holding up his hands defensively. Just a pool. No. I said firmly, grip tightening on my phone. It's my pool. You're both trespassing. Leave. Now. Ashley scoffed, wrapping the towel around herself. God, you're such a buzzkill. Not like we broke anything. That doesn't matter. I shot back. Had enough. If you don't leave right now, I am calling the police. Ashley's bravado finally seemed to waver. Exchanged a look with her friend. He muttered, Let's just go, Ash. Not worth it. She hesitated, clearly hating to back down, but eventually grabbed her flip-flops, marched towards the fence, muttering about how I was ruining the neighborhood. Her friend followed. They climbed back over the fence, disappeared into the darkness. Stood by the pool, heart pounding, adrenaline surging. Replayed the security footage immediately. Clear evidence. Timestamp. Audio. Everything. Ashley hadn't just ignored my warnings, she'd brought a friend this time. Escalated things. Next morning, straight to the police station. Filed a formal report. Handed over the USB drive with the footage from both incidents. Gave a detailed account. The officer, middle-aged guy, no nonsense, listened carefully. Assured me trespassing was serious. Ashley would be officially warned to stay off my property. Felt some relief, but knew it wasn't over. Ashley didn't seem like the type to be deterred by a warning. Later that afternoon, knock at my door. 2 police officers. And behind them, Ashley, arms crossed, indignant look plastered on her face. "Mr. Williams?" one officer asked. "Here regarding a complaint about your property." Stunned. "My property? What complaint?" Ashley stepped forward before the officer could answer. "Yeah, I filed the complaint," she said sharply. "He's been harassing me, making the neighborhood uncomfortable." Stared at her, completely speechless. "You've got to be kidding me." "Let's all calm down," the second officer said. "We're just here to sort this out. Miss Rice here claims you've been acting aggressively toward her." "Rice?" Yes, that was her last name. Couldn't believe it. "She's trespassed on my property twice. In the past week. I have security footage. Filed a report this morning. I'm being harassed." First officer glanced at Ashley. "Is this true? Been on his property without permission?" Ashley huffed. "I mean, yeah, but it's not like I did anything wrong. He's just being dramatic." Officers exchanged a look. First one turned back to me. "Mr. Williams, you have the footage on hand?" Nodded, motioned them inside. Showed them the videos, Ashley and her friend, clear as day, entering my yard, swimming, climbing back over. Officers watched silently. When the clips ended, the first officer let out a long sigh. "All right, Miss Rice," he said, turning to Ashley. "You've been warned. Trespassing is a serious offense. If you step onto Mr. Williams's property again, we'll have no choice but to take further action." Ashley's face turned beet red, but she didn't say anything. Stormed off before the officers even finished talking. Left me feeling vindicated, but also exhausted. After they left, took more precautions. Another set of locks on the gate. Another "no trespassing" sign. Wasn't sure what Ashley would try next, but wasn't taking chances. As the sun set, finally felt a small sense of peace. Done everything I could. Now, it was up to Ashley. Escalate again, or finally let it go. The morning after the police officially warned, Ashley felt different. Quieter. My driveway was blessedly empty. Sipped my coffee on the patio, actually relaxed for the first time in what felt like ages. Maybe, just maybe, the threat of real legal consequences had finally gotten through to her. For the next few days, things seemed to settle down. No late-night pool parties, no confrontations at the fence. I focused on work, tried to get back into my normal routine. Still kept an eye on the security cameras, still felt a little jumpy at unexpected noises, but the constant tension started to ease. Then, the other shoe dropped. Not with a bang, but with a whisper campaign. Started hearing things through the neighborhood grapevine. Ashley, apparently, was telling anyone who'd listen that I was the problem neighbor. That I was hostile, unfriendly, hoarding resources, my pool, presumably, and ruining the community spirit. She twisted the narrative completely, painting herself as the victim of my supposed paranoia and selfishness. It was infuriating, but also kind of pathetic. I took screenshots of the neighborhood app where she was posting some of this nonsense, added it to my evidence folder. Decided not to engage publicly. Arguing online? Pointless. Better to let her dig her own grave. Then came the letter. Plain envelope, no return address, slipped under my door sometime during the day. Inside? Single sheet of paper. Typed, bold, angry font. "This isn't over. You'll pay for what you did." No signature. Didn't need one. Took the letter straight to the police. Added it to the file. Officer was sympathetic, but explained that without direct proof she sent it, it was hard to act on. "Keep documenting everything," he advised again. "If she escalates, we'll have a stronger case." Despite the ominous letter, Ashley seemed to back off publicly. No more pool incidents. No more direct confrontations. She avoided eye contact when we passed in the neighborhood. I suspected the police warning, maybe combined with the lack of support she found among neighbors, had finally forced her to retreat. at least for now. One day, got a call from the towing company. Wait, wrong story. No towing happened here. Let's adjust. One day, I received a call from the HOA president. Let's call him Bob again. Seems fitting for a reasonable HOA guy. Bob had been kept in the loop about the police involvement and the ongoing issues. "Terry," Bob said, his voice sounding concerned. "I wanted to check in. Heard there was another incident. The police were involved again." I filled him in on the late-night trespassing, the police warning to Ashley. Bob sighed heavily. "This has gone too far. Ashley's behavior is unacceptable and reflects poorly on the entire community. The board discussed it after the police report. We're issuing her a formal warning for violating community rules regarding respect for private property and nuisance behavior. Any further incidents, and we'll start levying significant fines and potentially explore other sanctions." It felt good to know the HOA was finally taking it seriously, backing me up officially. Weeks turned into months. Life slowly, cautiously, returned to normal. My backyard became my sanctuary again. Started having small gatherings, just close friends at first. Gradually felt comfortable enjoying the pool without constantly looking over my shoulder. Ashley, she became a recluse. Rarely saw her outside. Her yard started looking a bit neglected. Heard through the grapevine she was having trouble with the HOA herself now, getting fined for minor things she used to hound others about. Karma, maybe? One evening, sitting by the pool, watching the sunset paint the sky, I reflected on the whole crazy ordeal. It was draining, stressful, made me question the peace I thought I'd found here. But it also taught me a lot. About boundaries. About standing up for myself, calmly and legally. About the importance of documenting everything. And about how quickly things can escalate when someone feels entitled and refuses to respect basic rules of neighborly conduct. The fight was over. Ashley had lost face, lost credibility, lost her battle to impose her will. My home was safe. My peace, hard won, was restored. And that, I realized, leaning back in my chair, listening to the gentle ripple of the water, was a victory worth every bit of the struggle.